Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and there might be a new best payday pick-upping location within PokeMMO, and it may have even upped the Pokeyen per hour. Yes, I am once again talking about Altering Cave, my new favorite, and was already once my favorite location within PokeMMO. After being revamped, it seems to be a real powerhouse in terms of shiny hunting and maybe even money making. But I don't know. I've just seen screenshots of people getting things like ability pills as pickup drops up there. That's 36,000 Pokeyen. I've seen binding bands at the time, which are about 30k or so. Now they're dropping a little bit because people are getting them from the payday pickups at this location. And the Pokeyen you get while doing this is really good because the Pokemon up here are level 50 and 60s. If you don't know a payday pickup, don't worry, it's really simple. But first things first, I'm going to show you how to get to this location. You want to go over to Island 6 in Kanto and head up the water path. You will need surf. I believe it's the only HM you will need. And then head all the way through Pattern Bush, head south, and then west. You really only can go one way for the most part. You want to head west and then north when you can. West and north. Don't go all the way west, just go north up here. And continue heading north and then stick to the west a little bit until you see this little cave opening up here. Beautiful. And now we are at Altering Cave, and a lot of people are here. Now, the big thing is that whatever gem is here changes the spawns, and that changes the pickup table. So I'm going to be testing the pickup table today for this gem, which I'm assuming is either the dragon gem or the water gem, but I'm honestly won't be sure until I get a few encounters here. But if you don't know, this is what you use up here. You use a Meowth or a Munchlax if you want to. It's a little bit more expensive to use the Munchlax, but sometimes the extra damage is nice. If I have to payday something twice, it's fine for the most part. You lose an extra turn, which can matter in the long run, but I'm not too worried about it today. You want Meowths with ideally a plus attack nature. That's going to be super crucial. Adamant, Brave, Lonely, Naughty all work. Brave is probably the worst one, but Adamant, Naughty, and Lonely are all good. You want 252 EVs in attack and speed. You want... I would really recommend 31 attack IV. I would really recommend 31 attack IV, and then 20 plus speed is probably fine. But once again, as you can see, I'm rocking a Brave one with 2 speed, and this will probably, like, Meowth is so naturally fast, this will probably be fine. And the Pokemon here are pretty high level, but this should be enough. And we've got Payday, which is PP maxed, and you can put a choice band on. An equipped item will not stop your pickup. The pickup item goes directly to the bag. It is not like Thief. So I can go ahead and put a choice band on my Meowth to help my damage, and I'll be moving this choice band to this Meowth whenever I run out of PP on this fella. I'm going to set a timer for 1 hour, do a loop for 1 hour, and I will track every single item that I pick up in this cave today within that hour. I'm starting at exactly 3.1, not quite, I have 100 extra yen, so excuse that, but almost exactly 3.1 million Pokeyen. I'm going to start what's called a new trip over on my encounter counter for my Iron Man account. It's going to override my last trip. Don't worry, I still have all my extra data and information. A trip is just a temporary way for you to track what encounters you get within a certain period of time. And for this, we're using it today for the loop for 1 hour. You could potentially pop expert lures. It usually only costs around 15,000 Pokeyen per hour to do this. And when you're doing it when payday pickupping, it probably costs a lot less because you're doing less encounters. It probably only cost you about 5 to 6k, and it'd probably make you extra Pokeyen. I don't think I'm going to do it for today, just for today's test, but we can test that again further in the future, and maybe with a different crystal. We can honestly do a loop for 1 hour from every single crystal spawn. That's kind of the fun and the excitement, like all the extra layering, and I like all the complications that I feel like have been added with this new encounter overhaul. All right, the real hardest challenge here is going to be staying awake while it's 1:30 a.m. and I am payday pickupping. But you know what? I'm up to the challenge. There's so many cool changes, and I want to test them all. I'm going to go ahead and start my timer, and I will see you guys within 1 hour. Let's see if it's dragon. Maybe dragon. I can't tell what gem still. But as you can see, these Pokemon are level 59, so when I payday them and don't kill them, which is unfortunate, I end up getting 590 Pokeyen. So you get 10 times Pokeyen per. So also the numbers I'm going to tell you guys today, I'm doing this on my Iron Man account, might be a little bit lower than what you can get on a main account. If you can actually kill them in one shot and have a slightly better Meowth than me or something like that, like you could actually make a little bit more Pokeyen. So I'm excited to see how these numbers turn out. But it's going to depend a lot on the Pokemon's defense and stats. Like that giraffe I was able to one-shot, thankfully. So it's not everyone I'm two-shotting. That would be pretty bad. And yeah, wow, that's the dragon gem. That's a really good shiny encounter. I would love to get a shiny Haxorus. That's fucking awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I might straight up recommend Munchlax for this location. I did 72% to him. I don't think Haxorus even has like that crazy of a defense stat. That's kind of wild. Yeah, Munchlax has a little bit more damage, I believe, over Meowth. Meowth has higher natural speed, but needs you to help with the damage. And then kind of Munchlax is vice versa, where it has better natural damage, needs you to help with the speed. It might be worth building a Munchlax for this. I might need to retest this on the main account at some point. But for today, once again, we're just doing day 1 update stuff. Wow, like that barely did 50%. I'm still able to two-shot it, thankfully, but that's... Come on, Meowth. And it's very possible that even with the peak optimal setup, you still just couldn't one-shot these. So that's something you got to factor in. They might have been purposely designed with that in mind to lower the payday pickup a little bit with the extra item drops on top of everything. And there I got a binding band. Oh my god, we are 3 minutes in and I got a binding band. That's representative right now at the time of recording of about 23,000 Pokeyen. Wow. That's definitely going to go down over time, though. But this is on release, probably really good Pokeyen and probably decent in the future, I would guess. There's even Salamence encounters here. Like, that's another massive factor, is being able to, like, shiny hunt cool Pokemon. Oh, that Intimidate drop actually is going to matter a lot. Oh, that feels really bad. Oh, my goodness. Into the Fly. Okay, I'm just going to Payday because this is what you would normally do. This is not going to be as brain dead. This is probably going to kill my Meowth. Like, this is not going to be as brain dead as other payday pickup methods, which is the entire point of payday pickup, to be fair, is to be brain dead. Like, one of my Meowths is already dead. That is not a good sign. And every time I have to heal, I am going to have to go all the way back to the PC and pop 1 max repel to get back here. I'm curious. Like, 640 is a lot of yen, though. I am so curious if this is going to be worth it or not. I truly don't know, and that's the point of these awesome tests. Okay, so it turns out my... oh my goodness, you're joking. Welp, I have to put this test on pause because in the middle of my test, 30 minutes in, it changed to ghost type. That is very cool, and I'm excited to explore what some of these Pokemon are, but I can't payday ghost types. It was going pretty well too. I was learning some new things, but we're gonna have to finish this tomorrow. Yeah, you can't payday pick up an altering cave on the ghost gem. That's not very good. All right, good morning. We are back the next day. We can go ahead and continue our test now. We have about 29 minutes left. It seems like the gem changed to what I'm guessing is the bug gem, but it sucked as I had a little system going. I found out which Pokemon you should run against in the dragon gem and what Pokemon you should kind of risk it for and when it depends and stuff like that. So I was doing a lot better. My Meowths were dying way less, and I was having a pretty good run. So I'm going to have to relearn all that now in the bug gem, and that's going to be the difficulty here. Why this isn't a perfect test today, but it's also just a good stepping stone and also showing the thought process, you know, really early on in an event like this, figuring out, you know, that even that you should run away from Pokemon. Like, that's not a normal thing when payday pickup, and usually things aren't so high level. You have to run away from them, right, to avoid dying. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer and jump into things and show you guys some of the encounters. We got a Clam Pearl today. Like, doesn't this thing have a pretty high defense, or is it actually really frail? It might actually be kind of frail, if I recall. Let's see, 85. Oh yeah, 85 defense. This should one shot. There we go. Beautiful. So just refiguring out what Pokemon can get one shot, which ones you should avoid. That's something you all might need to do on the different gems, you know, after this video comes out. So good luck on that journey, man. We're all learning together in a brand new update like this. All right, I was a little distracted watching a Magic the Gathering YouTube video, so I didn't actually get the absolute final tick down, but my time has ended. I did not get any extra encounters. We're going to get out of here. I got 1 extra encounter now, so sorry about that. I'm not going to payday this, though. I'm going to run away. I'm going to show you guys that just so, you know, everything's on camera or whatever, but then we'll go through and show you guys the Pokeyen I was able to make from the payday, which we can, honestly, it's really easy to calculate. It's about 64,000, which is above average. Usually you make about 50 to 60K when paydaying within an hour, and then the other 60K or so is made from items. So generally when you're doing payday pickup, you expect to make about 100 to 120,000 Pokeyen per hour at other spots within PokeMMO. Let's see how this spot compared. All right, so here's all of our numbers on the left-hand side of our screen and all of the items that we got, and also some strategy things, as you can see there. We made 64,000 clean from the payday pickupping, but I did actually end up using 3 max repels, so that is minus 2,700 since those are 900 Pokeyen a piece. Still coming out with 61,000 pure Pokeyen per hour, which is really nice. The benefits of payday pickupping, it's not going to be the best money in the game. Of course it's not. It's the most brain-dead strategy imaginable. It's super low entry fee. You really just need like 1 good Meowth. health, which you can farm really early on. It's super low entry fee. It's super easy to do. You can do it on multiple accounts at once. It's really, really this is like the most brain dead money making method within the entire game. So you got to keep that in mind when talking about money expectations. But we're still comparing it to what you can get at other spots, which is around 100 to 120k. And I'm a little concerned and slightly disappointed if we won't reach that with our items. But let's just go ahead and see. Now I'm playing an Ironman account, so I'm not going to sell these items today, but I do want to show you guys. And look, this is something I was worried about. Binding band has absolutely plummeted as people are testing this. 9,000 Pokeyen, and it wouldn't surprise me if this actually drops to 2,400 like its base price if people keep Payday pickup in here, but we'll have to see. There is definitely just a flood of these on the market. Wow, that is, and there's not a whole lot of demand for this. It would not surprise me if this item goes all the way down to 2,400. There's just not a whole lot of demand for this item. It's interesting because this item actually has spiked to 100k in the past during certain raid events, where it was actually really good to use Fire Spin hilariously for one specific PVM activity during like the Halloween event, I think one time. But I mean, that's going to be difficult if that ever happens again. I'm going to add plus 9k, but it would not surprise me if this comes down even lower to like 2,400 Pokeyen. So we're going to add plus 9k there. I got something called a Spellin Berry, I think, and I could not find it on the GTL. Spellin Berry rare sells for 700 Pokeyen. It says rare. A maniac will buy it for a high price. A berry which is very rare in the Unova region. Okay. Let's go see if we can try to sell it to that Unova Berry Maniac. All right, I believe he should be over here in this trailer over on Route 5 to the left of Nimbasa City in Unova. I think this is them. Yeah, that was my concern. Was like, I don't even know if this mechanic is in the game. I don't think there's another trailer over here. Google just said Route 5 trailer. I think that's it. So I think that berry just counts as 700 Pokeyen. Not ideal. Definitely that's what it'll sell for to a Pokemart. Not looking good, fellas, but it's still, I mean, it's still not awful. But and there's cool shiny hunts. Maybe the benefit here is the shiny hunting alongside the Pokeyen, but I'm not super, I mean, I guess I'm not super convinced in this method, but we'll see. A guava berry, trying to honestly rate it, you know? And it's day 2 of the event now. A guava berry goes for about 900. Let's do 800 after listing fee, let's say. Like, this is not a whole lot. One Razor Claw, I also got. A Nugget is 5k, like, that's a nice consistency. Razor Claw is 5k, okay. We'll do plus 5k, but that's also plummeted, actually, from 10k or so down to 5k. And then one Nugget. I think the Nuggets just sell to a Mart, I believe, for 5k, yep. Plus 5k, which is gonna leave us with about 81,000 Pokeyen gained within the hour. Now, I think you could gain a little more pure Pokeyen with a better Meowths in general, not having to go heal if you have multiple Meowths. Better Meowths and then better decisions. I had to like learn, like understanding to always run from best Queen because they're super tanky. Like, I just didn't know that. So use this information that I've given you guys, and maybe on certain gems. The biggest thing here is like in the future we're gonna have to test. Okay, 3 hours on Dragon Gem, 3 hours on Bug Gem, 3 hours on this, that. Like, testing 3 hours or multiple hours on each gem in the future, that's going to be ideal when it comes to really getting a perspective here. But overall, I'd probably rate this money making method like a C- or a D+. I think it's like B+ in terms of fun. It's really fun to like go to a new location in the game. I was really enjoying being at Altering Cave. Like, that's dude, if you can make decent, it's not even decent Pokeyen is a problem. If you can make some Pokeyen while having fun, sometimes that's all you got to do. But I would definitely not call this the best new Payday pickup spot in PokeMMO. I thought it might be. I thought I was really interested, and there seems to be some really, you know, high risk, high reward type stuff, or like I guess low risk, I don't know. Being able to get an ability pill, that's 35k. The binding band used to be 30 to 40k, like, and the ability pill is like never really going to go down for the most part, probably. Let's go check it, because you have to buy it from the Mart for 35k. Like, it sells for 17. Like, this is going to hold its price. The ability pill is going to hold its price. So if you get those while Payday pickupping, like, you're in the clear. You're good for sure. So the TLDRs, we're definitely going to need more testing to fully, like, really make a conclusive decision on this money making method. But as of today, I probably wouldn't recommend just go willy-nilly Payday pickupping at this spot unless you want to for fun and to explore a new update, which, I mean, in that case, I would encourage it. Go do it for an hour. Let me know your data, let me know your findings, let me know what you Payday picked up and what, like, the highest, most expensive item that you were able to find. I think a lot of times when it comes to these updates, we don't need to worry about doing the most efficient option, just worry about having fun. I think refreshing stuff like this is like what Pokemon needs sometimes. times. So go enjoy yourself, go and Payday pickup, but don't expect it to be the new best Payday pickup method in the entire game, at least as of right now, based on my little findings, but maybe that'll change. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, and interesting in some way. Like it if you did, dislike if not, subscribe for daily Pokemon videos every single day. You could follow me on Twitch for tons of streams coming up for upcoming Shiny Wars, Discord's down below, and if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube membership, Switch Prime, Switch subs, and PayPal and Venmo donations go a very long way, especially in the upcoming Shiny War, where I'll be putting so much time into my live streams. I hope to see you guys there. I'll see you all later. For now, though, have a great day. Peace, Arena. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I want to take this moment to say thank you to everybody who goes above and beyond, and thank you as the viewer to making it to the end of the video. I hope it was helpful today and maybe even a little bit of fun. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one.